They say deep in the bushlands beyond Hobart, in the dark folds where the ferns grow taller than men and the gum trees choke out the sky, there is a creature that doesn't belong. Not anymore. Some call it a legend, some call it a warning. But the oldest locals, the ones who never left, the ones whose windows are always boarded after dusk, they call it by a name no one wants to hear aloud. They call it the Tiger Man. Not a man, not a beast, something in between. Something that once walked on 4 legs, and now sometimes walks on 2. A creature with fur like night fog, stripes like scars, and eyes that remember the blood of those who wronged him. The first story goes back to 1869, the year they say he was hunted. His name was Elias Blackthorne, a trapper, a loner, a man who lived off the land and understood its whispers better than any priest understood his scriptures. He wasn't born here, but the bush claimed him young. He was tall, strange, never spoke much, and always had a calm way about him, like he knew something others didn't. But when the killing started, all fingers pointed at Elias. Livestock torn open, children vanishing in the dark. Strange tracks in the mud long, padded, clawed, but shaped like human hands. Rumors spread faster than fire through dry gum leaves. By winter, the town was afraid. By spring, they came for him with dogs and guns and blades. They found him in a clearing, silent, kneeling before a dead wallaby, blood on his face, eyes glowing in the dark like twin lanterns. They didn't ask questions. They didn't wait. They shot him 6 times, hanged him from a tree, and burned the body. But Elias did not scream. He smiled. They say it was raining, but the flames still burned hot, and the fire didn't stop at his body. It spread through the bush, a ring of flame that circled the clearing and died just as fast as it came. No bones were ever found, only a pile of ash and strange claw marks gouged into the tree where they hanged him. For years, nothing happened. The land grew quiet, but people still avoided that patch of forest. Birds wouldn't sing there. Dogs refused to enter. Then, in 1921, a farmer named Clive Brenner heard a knock at his back door. 3 soft taps. He opened it. No one there. Just the night. Just fog. He turned around, and his wife was gone. Her teacup still warm on the table. The next day, they found clawed footprints in the soil, and on the windowsill, 3 long gouges, like the mark of some enormous hand. Then it happened again, and again. Every 10 years, someone vanished, always after a knock. Sometimes the creature came as a man, tall, thin, eyes too pale. Sometimes it came as a Tasmanian tiger-striped back, powerful tail, yellow eyes that gleamed even in shadow. And sometimes it changed between them. Misstep, mid-glance, a ripple of fur giving way to skin, and back again. They say it hunts at dusk, that it smells like burnt wood and copper, that it remembers, that it is still paying back every soul that burned him. Some have tried to banish him. Priests, witch doctors, elders. In the 1940s, a traveling preacher named Jonas Fell held a midnight sermon at the edge of the haunted patch of forest. 27 people attended. The next day, they were found standing in the trees, eyes open, unblinking. Not dead, not alive, just empty. The preacher was never seen again. In 1965, a group of thrill-seekers from Sydney camped near the ruins of Blackthorne's old shack. They laughed, drank, recorded everything. They brought cameras, but only one was recovered. It showed nothing but blackness until the final 10 seconds. There, through the static, a face appeared. Not quite animal, not quite human. mouth too wide, teeth too flat, and one eye missing. It stared into the lens. Then the film caught fire. In 2022, 4 friends rented a cabin near Mount Fieldenauer outside Hobart. No cell signal, off-grid, a weekend retreat. They never made it to Monday. The police found the cabin door wide open, the fireplace still warm, 4 mugs on the table, but only 1 chair pulled back, and claw marks at every threshold. Inside one of the coffee cups was a note, scrawled in red ink, "I am almost done." Their families received postcards 2 weeks later. The writing matched the victims, but the ink was dried blood, and on the back drawings of a tiger's skull, grinning. Some say there are only a few names left on his list. Others say he has no list, that he just wants the forest quiet again, and the souls of the guilty to walk barefoot through the ferns until time ends. In 1983, a ranger stationed at a trailhead went missing for 3 days. When he returned, he couldn't speak. He'd scratched symbols into his arms with a rock, all matching the patterns carved into the tree Elias was hanged on. He died 2 months later. Said he still heard the knocking, even in the silence. They say if you wander too far into those parts of Tasmania where the GPS dies and the moss grows on both sides of the trees, you'll find a trail that wasn't there before. And if you follow it just once, you'll hear the knocking. Not on a door, on your chest, 3 times. And then the forest opens wide to swallow you. You'll be found weeks later, or not at all. And if they do find you, you won't remember your name, just stripes and hunger. There are whispers of a diary recovered from a missing hiker, soaked through and torn. In it, one final entry. "It changed into someone I loved. It spoke with her voice. I followed. Now I can't find the sky." If you see an animal in the bush, and its eyes seem too human, if it follows without sound, if you smell burning wood when there is no fire, don't run, don't speak, don't answer the knock, because the Tiger Man is still out there, and he always finishes what they started.
There's a shadow in the hallway and a voice beneath the floor. I lock the doors, I hold my breath, but it's closer than before. A cold wind in the mirror, footsteps on the stairs. I feel it watching silently, but nothing's ever there. Whilst her whispers in